Well, here is a headline to startle you. In Pennsylvania, citizens pay more than $2 billion a year because of insurance fraud. That's right, you pay higher insurance premiums because other people are committing insurance fraud. And there is now a campaign getting underway to put an end to that. Here to tell us more about that is Tom Donahue, the executive director of the Pennsylvania Insurance Fraud Prevention Authority. Tom, $2 billion, that is a lot of fraud.
That is a lot of fraud, Pat. It's a big problem in Pennsylvania, and the IFPA is here to combat insurance fraud in Pennsylvania.
And typically, what kind of fraud do you find?
Our arrest records reveal that the most popular fraud is auto insurance fraud. And out of the auto insurance fraud, it's basically called crash and buy. That's the #1 fraud. With crash and buy, what that is somebody's driving without insurance coverage. They have an accident. Then they realize they don't have the coverage to have their car fixed. So they call the insurance company, buy coverage, and then submit the claim a few days later.
Wow, wow, wow! That's really startling.
Right.
And there are penalties. I mean, you talk about when you look at the arrest records. I mean, tell me about that.
Correct. The penalties in Pennsylvania, insurance fraud is a 3rd-degree felony, and it's punishable of up to 7 years in prison, and also a $15,000 fine.
All right, so that's serious business for everybody.
Correct.
All right, so tell me about the campaign that your agency is working on.
Our campaign, we ran television and radio commercials from mid-March through mid-April, and the campaign is geared at educating the public about insurance fraud, the consequences of insurance fraud, and know the risk, know the penalties of insurance fraud.
I mean, this is a serious issue. This is not something to be taken casually. You look at an insurance company and say, well, they have so much money.
Correct.
I don't have as much, so I can take some of theirs. I mean, that's not the case.
No, and it affects everybody. You're paying more in premium. It's estimated that it's $200 to $300 per driver for inflated premiums due to insurance fraud. And it affects people in other ways, safety issues, people who set their houses on fire for profit. It endangers the first responders, people next door. So there's a lot of different issues other than money involved in insurance fraud.
Indeed, we have done news stories about all of those different issues. So how can people help?
People can help by visiting our website. Our website is helpstopfraud.org. And they can learn about insurance fraud there, and they can also report insurance fraud if they suspect any.
All right, Tom, thank you very much.
Thank you, Pat.
It's a great insight today. So we have a link for more information to that about insurance fraud at our website, cbsphilly.com/talkphilly.